All right, Ian.
Pat.
It's been a while since we talked. It's been a while since we talked about an AtGames product on the show, and we usually have glowing reviews for the AtGames Sega minis in the past.
Oh yes, they're
all the 18 different types of
and
Ataris they did. But now we got the Legends Ultimate Arcade Machine. So I mean, we have all these what you want to call them consumer level arcades in the past year or so that have been coming out. For like in the $300 to $500 range, and before that they were even at like Target. They had like the Konami cheap one years back.
Sure,
that you could buy here. So they put out a press release announcing the Legends Ultimate Arcade Machine, a full sized, basically an all in one console, but now it's an arcade machine. I mean that's basically what you're getting. You're getting stuff like. It's the same list of stuff from AtGames that you got before.
Yeah, so basically this has a lot of that Data East stuff on it.
Like good old Data East stuff that's worth $1.50, I guess, to license.
Burger Time and stuff like that.
Joe and Mac.
Yeah, the stuff that you have literally seen on other packages that they've put out. These are just the
AtGames has had like 5 or 6 different all-in-one consoles, plug and plays. Atari games, ColecoVision games, Data East. It says games from the Tetris company, which I guess would be Tetris.
Yep.
From the Asteroids, Burger Time, Centipede, Fighters History. That
everyone loves Fighters History.
Fighting game, Fighters History, Pong and Tetris to name a few.
So it's
6 buttons per player, 2 joysticks, a trackball, and 2 spinners.
The spinner.
Okay.
So the control layout
sounds like Pat's main machine almost.
The control panel layout is, I mean, the most interesting thing about this. It's weird though because it says it here in the text and it shows it on the screenshot. It's not just arcade games. Some of these are going to be the home ports as well. So there will be arcade versions, but there's also going to be home ports.
I don't want to play the home port of Bad Dudes on one of these. It better be the arcade version or Burger Time. I don't want to play the NES Burger Time on an arcade machine. I just don't.
Let's see.
When you go to like the Target and they have those like $10, $12 little mini arcades, and you have to play the freaking NES Burger Time on them.
Yeah. No. So Bad Dudes vs. Dragon Ninja.
Well, that's the arcade name. It says versus.
Yes.
Dragon Ninja. Okay.
But it doesn't say arcade after it. However, a lot of these Atari games are like Avalanche, football, basketball. They are saying they're the arcade versions. So it'll be interesting to see what actually is arcade and what's not. Because boy howdy, who doesn't want to play a little?
It says Star Wars on the front of the cabinet.
Yeah, I know.
If that's Star Wars arcade, and it says Tron on the front.
Yeah,
that's a coup if you get these games. These were not usually available on these all-in-ones before. If it's Star Wars arcade, you would be able to play it with the joystick a little bit.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very good. Watch it be like Return of the or Empire Strikes Back from Atari or something like that.
I was going to say, yeah, you can play it with a joystick. You still can. It's basically a joystick. You can do it. Tron, you need a spinner.
Which you have
on there. Trackball for stuff like a Centipede. So that's good.
How would you play Tron with a normal joystick and a spinner? Because you need one hand on the spinner, one on the joystick, and then the trigger to shoot.
That's right. When you're with all the spiders, you need that.
Yeah.
Because you spin the arm, you move, and you shoot.
Yeah, you can't shoot.
Back to the drawing board AtGames. I guess you need to get You're right. Because whenever I did that, like playing on the PC, like on MAME, you could do it with a mouse. Like spin around with the mouse and shoot, and then that sort of takes care of that. And then use a D-pad for the other part. You could do that. All right, well, maybe Tron, you got to rethink a little bit then, because it looks like what I like about this, Ian, is the 20 feet away promo shot, so that you cannot see the control panel all, and you get to see the IKEA furniture setup, bedroom setup when you walk into the store. That's basically what you're looking at. You look at the IKEA display bedroom with a guitar sitting there, and what looks like an iMac. And then you have the Legends Ultimate sitting in this white bedroom. I'm
pretty sure that's a tag board mock-up, and that's why they don't want you to get too close to it.
Here's the thing: it doesn't. It's like all these other ones, though. It's not a full 6 foot high arcade cabinet. It looks like a 5 foot one or a 4.5 foot one. So I'm kind of. It's okay to play those. I'm not saying it's a cost cutting thing, but you can't. It's a lot harder to stand up on these and like lean down and look at them.
Sure.
You really got to sit down and play these.
Fix-It Felix is on the front as well.
What?
Fix-It Felix.
He is.
It says it on the bottom left.
Wow! They got the license to Fix-It Felix. All right, that was in the press release that I saw, but that's the picture that's there. All right, okay. For me, these are all about obviously the quality of what these cabinets are and versus the price. If these are in the $300 to $400 range, that's the prices that these have been coming out. There's a lot of games here.
If the control panel is good, it might be worth it just for the control panel.
But here's the thing, Ian.
Yeah.
A good trackball costs at least, what, $60, $70?
Sure.
A good spinner costs $40, $50 from what I remember putting together.
I mean, that was a long time ago.
So do you think they're worth less money or more money?
I don't know. I mean, if they're mass producing it for something like this, it's probably going to be less of a cost. Back then, when you were buying it, no one was doing this, so the results were probably...
Well, I was buying the good HAP stuff back then. But, okay, you can buy an illuminated trackball for only $16. Technology's come way down in price. This stuff was $50, $60, $70 10 years ago. So then I'm an idiot because you know what? They can put a $15 one in here. I don't know if it's good quality or not, but then the cost on this is lower than I thought to do this. What does a spinner cost then? It's $20 for a decent trackball that illuminates a spinner. Or do they have cheap spinners? Looks like there's not cheap spinners available on eBay, but it looks like trackballs. Because most people don't play the spinner games. There's not a huge amount of spinner games. You got Arkanoid stuff. You got stuff like Tron where you need it.
It's so key for Arkanoid, though.
Yes, but for this you need it for Tron for this, but we don't know what else you need.
So
it for.
a used official Arkanoid spinner is $45.
A used one. They're not going to source used one. Those. The Tornado one's $95. The Tornado one. Remember that one? The one I had, I think I remember buying. Did my machine have an original one or had an aftermarket? It had a newer one.
Yeah.
I think I paid probably $60 for that one. There. All right. So the parts might be cheap enough to keep this at maybe $300 still.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised where they said they said 2 trackballs, right? They said 2?
No, 1 trackball, 2 spinners.
2 spinners.
Yeah.
When would you need 2 spinners?
Warlords maybe?
For 2 players?
Yeah.
Okay. Or for Pong. For Pong. Pong's going to be on here.
Oh, yeah.
For Pong.
Pong.
Okay. It's a Pong thing, basically. Maybe they get Warlords. All right. Well, we'll see if this is like other AtGames products where the sound is all messed up and games are flipped or at the weird, we'll
all
see.
fucking stretched out.